What makes you, you? It's different for every person. But as far as the government is concerned, there are a set number of identifiers that constitute your identity, and you would be surprised how easy it is to have that identity stolen. Identity theft is a real threat, and today I will explain to you what it is, how it occurs, and most importantly, what you can do to prevent it. Okay, to begin with, what is identity theft? It's a type of criminal activity when someone steals your personal data and when they use it to impersonate you. That's called identity fraud. A criminal would need to get their hands on the victim's personal identifiable information. Even stuff like scouring social media can give them enough info to create a profile of you. But oversharing personal information is not the only way you could give threat actors access to your personal information. Phishing attacks are very prevalent today. It's where a victim would receive a fake email prompting them to follow the link and log in. Phishing pages often look very close to the real deal, and if you don't know the signs, it can be hard to recognize. It's really easy to get baited and reveal your banking details or other personal info because of phishing attacks. Classic malware and hacking can also be used to steal personalized information. Naturally, those are easier to counteract with cybersecurity apps like antiviruses. So for now, it's important to understand that determined criminals have a good chance of getting all the information they need to proceed with identity fraud. In the worst case scenario, you can find yourself owing loans you didn't take, missing your retirement savings, or even racking up a criminal record for the crimes you didn't commit. And imagine all the medical bills you could pay for somebody else. Now, in the case of identity theft, what to do in order to detect any early signs? Pay attention. Check when you last received an email from your bank. Is your card suddenly refused at shops? Maybe your credit score reduced, or you're getting bills for something you haven't bought. All those things are signs that identity fraud is in progress. But what should you do if you think your identity was stolen? Well, we constantly keep up to date with scams, malware, and other cybersecurity topics on this channel, so consider subscribing to stay informed. Now, to begin with, file a police report. The earlier, the better. This will help you to avoid paying any bills or loans caused by the fraud. Make sure to inform your insurance company, your bank, and any other financial or governmental offices that were affected by your stolen identity. Mention that you have filed that police report as well. If your bank has such an option, activate a fraud alert. This way, anyone trying to access your details or use your card will need more authentication steps, making it harder for cybercriminals. That said, I recommend freezing your credit card in general until you're sure the fraud is resolved. Finally, if you suspect you leaked your data because someone hacked your password, consider using a password manager and generating stronger passwords for all your important accounts. Don't forget about multi-factor authentication as well. But those are all the reactive steps. They might mitigate the damage, but that's it. More importantly, we need to discuss how to prevent identity theft online. First, I recommend investing in identity theft protection software. Aura is one of the products I personally use and can vouch for. Aura Identity Protection has multiple ways of preventing identity theft. First, it constantly monitors your credit score and history. Secondly, it checks your social security number activities. Thirdly, criminal and court records and even access to online accounts. At any site of anything fishy, Aura sends out a security alert, and you can even lock your bank account with it. This app does a lot to protect you from identity theft, and considering how significant the damage from identity fraud is, I think it's priced fairly, especially since Aura offers a $1 million insurance policy in case you become a victim of identity fraud. One other option I've used is NortonLifeLock. This theft protection app works similarly to Aura, monitoring your ID verifications, credit info, phone takeovers, social media cases, and more. NortonLifeLock can send alerts if any of your information is leaked. It even offers an insurance policy covering both lawyers' expenses and damage reimbursements in the case of identity fraud. NortonLifeLock is even a bit cheaper than Aura if you are going for a long-term subscription. If you're interested, I've prepared discount links in the description below so you can cut the price even more. Check it out. Now, besides using dedicated software, there are other options on how to avoid identity theft. For instance, there are cyber hygiene habits you can cultivate to boost your security. Consider turning your PC off when you're not using it. Same goes for Bluetooth on your phone. This will reduce the chance of someone accessing your files when you're not watching. When you're installing applications, especially on your phone, make sure it doesn't ask for strange permissions, or even if it comes from a legitimate source. A little bit of research goes a long way. Check your credit card and bank reports in general at least once a week. And always use multi-factor authentication for all your important accounts. Do not send anyone one-time passwords or security codes you use to log in. Check your social media accounts for personal identifiable information, especially your real name and surname, birth date, address, and phone number. Consider hiding them and adjusting privacy settings on your accounts accordingly. When you are receiving an email, do not follow every link blindly and try not to log in on websites you receive through email. If you are moving to a different place, make sure all your correspondence is sent to your new address. Mail can contain sensitive information you don't want to share with new tenants of your old home. When getting rid of an old phone or PC, make sure all data is wiped from it. In a similar fashion, if you are throwing away sensitive documents or expired bank cards, make sure to shred everything. Finally, if you are using an antivirus, make sure it's always up to date. Most antiviruses have auto updates enabled by default, but if yours doesn't, fix it. Okay, so these are the basic habits that can help you minimize or even completely avoid the consequences of identity theft. If you'd like to get some specialized cybersecurity software that will help you even more, consider checking the description below for discount links for the best security apps. To summarize, identity theft is a real threat. It can be easy to miss the moment when you are already a victim. Only by staying vigilant, acting fast, and precise can you minimize the damage of identity fraud, especially if you're using cybersecurity apps like Aura or Norton LifeLock. Hey, thanks for watching. If this video helps even one of you guys, that means I'm not doing this for naught. If you appreciate my effort, consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. I hope I see you soon in my next video. Bye bye.